Vainglory Cup Series. I'm Justin Kaplan, joined by Don John. I'm glad that I nailed that even into the final time of the night, or potentially, no, it actually is the final time of the night. I'm not too bright. I'm going to share the brackets really quickly as we are about to kick off our grand final here of the second cup. We have Collab getting through all the way, even beating the cut number 1 defending champions of Unknown into the finals with Team HC. A relatively surprising team, considering that they lost in the round of 64 in the first cup to XCTN, who ended up losing to Oak in the round of 16, as you can see there in this cup. So we don't really know too much about Team HC, do we?
Well, I do a bit,
okay,
since they participated a bit in Vainglory League. Well, Best Celeste EU is basically, I believe, an NA player, if I'm not wrong. So because of Best Celeste EU. And Shizzle Manizzle, who is playing for HC today as well. I know him, but as it's... who was the other one? Never mind. The name sounds familiar, to be honest. So, well, it's going to be interesting, though, what the bans are, because we know that already.
Yeah, we do. Well, let's go and tell them to start the game as we go over the bans. We had a Scarf ban coming out of Collab, and then on the other side for Team HC, we had a Vox ban. So, unfortunately for Collab, they can't be playing Vox this time, and unfortunately for Team HC, they can't be playing Scarf. So, curious to see, well, I think we can pretty much assume the sniper is going to be Ringo coming out of Iraqi.
Let's see.
Well,
they are picking already.
So, let's go and drop you straight in there as we get our finals now underway. So let's see. Sitting on Julie. Oh, wow. We're actually going to see a Celeste.
Yeah. He did that a couple of times. And a Joel.
Okay.
Man. Strong laner, I heard.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Okay, so I've heard the same from the recent patch. When you build weapon power on her, she can get really strong. I know there's a lot of buffs to her armor in the front, but attacking from behind, she's really weak now.
Yeah. And the cooldowns are really high if you're playing out in lane, especially. That's what I heard. Well, I'm not a big Joel player, never been, but
is it Joel or Julie?
Joel, I believe.
Okay,
yes.
We'll go with Joel.
Not Julie.
Well, we do have Koshka, Ringo, and Scarf being sat on, so pretty standard kind of comp that we saw happening quite a few times, actually, in cut number 1. But this is going to be interesting. Team HC, again, a team who lost in the round of 64. I'm not sure if they're using the exact same rosters as they're going to be using this time, but this is going to be a very good game. You have to keep in mind, Collab, they won in a bloodbath with 23 kills in their last game where they beat Unknown. It was just constant fighting, time and time again.
And nearly all of them had nearly 100% of kill participations.
And now we're going to see Team HC for the first time here at the ESL Vainglory Cup Series. So let's kick things off. Got to ask you, since we're seeing a little bit of difference, what are Julie and Celeste going to bring to this team that a Ringo or Vox won't bring, or a Scarf, since that's obviously banned away?
Well, you have with Celeste the global ult, the only global ult which is there at the moment for the Vainglory fold. We do see actually Tough going another time really deep. He seems somehow with his boots always joins so fast into the enemy tribush. And yeah, Shizzle Manizzle already shadows empower me. Irakisuru has some stacks on him already. And we do see that jewel damage early game quite a lot.
Celeste's chasing though. Celeste's looking for a kill, but Shizzle Manizzle will be the first to go down. Celeste wants to kill an Iraqi, but I don't think he's going to be able to pick it up. He might have been overextended from this, as he's now just trying to steal away a couple of camps. Looks like around the map though, Julie getting forced out too, over by Fuji. And Iraqi, he's just kiting, dodging those A attacks, and he will fall from next auto attack. So Celeste going to pick up that one. Best Celeste EU. And Toph and Fuji are just still trying to fight against Shizzle Manizzle and Palamatoro.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like you asked me earlier what Jewel is bringing to this, and it's basically the big red button. I love to see some big red button plays, especially you can like steal so nice Krakens with that. And
do ridiculous damage too.
Yeah,
and Shizzle Manizzle, he's going pretty deep. He's going to be able to heal up Toph, missing that A ability, which you might kind of chalk up to ping, but does use his boots to get away.
Yeah, nice collabs there as well. So just a 1-for-1 kill yet. We do see finally someone in lane. Irakisuru picking up some farm here. No, Celeste, Best Celeste EU, playing Celeste.
I mean, you saw me, I played her with you guys when we played, and it was a very, very fun hero to play. It can do quite a bit of damage, not to mention, like, all of her damage was buffed in the 1.4 patch. And her ultimate was changed around a little bit, but Yeah, we'll see how she does, especially in the lane, because I kind of played her support, which I kind of messed up on. But there's a kill coming in. Looks like
Same place, Cruel again.
Shizzle will fall. Palmatoro gonna die from this one too. And Collab, they're playing the better team game than most teams have so far today.
It's again like always in a squad. They are always together, and we do see Toph and Fuji both, well, 100% there when they need to be, basically.
I think one thing we're seeing out of Collab, and I'm just going to completely try to analyze this where I'll probably be wrong, is that they depend on Vox quite a bit, but it's working out with Ringo to shove the lane out really quickly.
Sweet Collabs.
Yeah, to stun him up, but wow. Very squishy indeed as he does fall. And Shizzle Manizzle should be able to escape this Fuji. I don't imagine he'd be able to pick up this kill. Shizzle even dodging the A out of Toph. But you know, they depend on Vox, I think, a lot to shove the lane out as quick as they can. Then they can start to group and force these fights, you know, 3-on-2.
Yes.
Another force on to Ringo, so you know, Iraqi hasn't been there as much, but he's still being there. He's still shoving out the lane really quickly.
Yeah, that's the good thing for him. He's picking up, I mean, he has 587, nearly 600 gold already there. And Celeste only 300, and you can see that he has actually the chance to... Is he surviving that, basically? Ooh, close one. This last auto attack gave Celeste the kill on Iraqi. We were just talking about him. And then the backport, so close! Fuji nearly getting that last second kill here, but Celeste already connected back to her base.
Okay, I just found something in chat that kind of explained how to say this hero's name. Joule like electricity. Like Jules.
Oh, Joule? I always thought it's Joel. Oh, I'm sorry.
Does use electricity too. If there was a B ability, yeah.
End, right?
That's
Joule.
Understandable. I'm going with that Joule.
Joule.
Fuji, Toph though grouping up, looking for a contest again, trying to deny quite a few camps over to the side of Team HC. And I wonder if they're trying to come around, maybe get ahead of them.
Ooh, do you saw that? Using the boots to get into the enemy jungle, actually. He just activated the boots to get some secret farm here. Nothing is up yet.
I get all this farm for free with my boots, and now Toph is going to spot me as I try to go to get some.
Yeah.
That he's going to have no escape. This is going to be rough. Gets slowed up a little bit. I think Iraqi hasn't come down.
Dodged it.
Well, dodged it or Toph missed because of peeing?
Yeah.
That's something we have to keep in mind. I think it was a little bit of both.
There she
Palmatoro
is.
coming in, not going to let it stun, or the knockback, and Shizzle. Manizzle going down again. And Palmatoro. And I kind of seen like the downside of Julie. Or Joule. I see now I'm saying it. You can jump in, but there's your escape mechanism. And that's another kill.
Oh.
Even a kill in the lane. That's a delayed ace coming in.
Yes. Close one, though. So Iraqi picking up his first kill, actually, after dying twice. And they should be able, actually, to push that. Maybe how far are they away? Oh, yeah. That's quite a bit. Let's see. Back to the tower. That's a lot of DPS already after 5 minutes coming in. And they will pick up the first turret after 5 minutes.
Well, they didn't have to worry about the minions killing their own turret this time.
Yeah.
After getting aced over and over again. 7-2. They do have a 2,000 gold lead. Palmatoro going to walk straight into a trap.
Oh, nice rocket leap there.
Does get the stun out of Fuji, but it does allow Shizzle to back away at Palmatoro. Will he be as lucky, though? He's so low on health, and one more attack, he will fall. And he just jumps. And Shizzle even going back in. I'm not sure exactly why, but he dies. And Iraqi Zoro has to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage, but 9-2. Collab are just making quick work of Team HC.
I mean, probably what the idea behind that Shizzle Manizzle's move was. Well, let's see if she's dying. Yeah, she will. Yamikat and Francis securing the kill there for Fuji. And I believe Shizzle Manizzle tried to use his Deadman's Rush, but, well, he didn't even reach his target. He died.
It's more of a
dead
Deadman's Walk than a rush, unfortunately, for him. And that will be the gold mine taken at 6 minutes, too. 5.1 as it's quickly going to rise to 2,000, 3.1k difference. I guess we should quickly talk about items as we do start to see them come in, because this is
it's quite quick.
It's a giant lead.
Yeah. Here we have actually Iraqi going for a heavy seal, 6 cents, and already going for a book of Eulogis, which would probably go for a Serpent Mask for lifesteal. Depends what he's aiming there, and we do see another Toph again using a light shield. Well, versus Celeste. You should go for that with that heavy crystal damage coming out of her, especially her ult, and that's quite deadly. There's a nice Splitfire followed up by a Achilles shot, and actually he just stopped that ult of Iraqi solo. Doesn't really help him much because dying in the end.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just a
desperate move.
Just like I could do this. Yeah, I can get away with that, but I'll still die in the end. I'll still die if I jump, so I might as well just go in and be a man. I don't know. That was... I'm just so surprised, you know, Team HC, they took down quite a few good teams to get here, and yet they're just getting walked completely over. I mean, they beat Fitzbellin, they beat Victoria's Secret, who beat Red Team 2 earlier on, they beat Wild Panthers, who we saw play against Aegis, where they won. Like, this is a team who's put out some really good teams, and yet they are struggling against Collab. And
okay, Shizzleman is, again, way too deep. Sorry to interrupt you there, but he got killed way too deep in the enemy's jungle by Fuji again.
I feel like that scout trap right there in the tribe bush has been there for a long time, spotting him running around.
Yeah, that's... I mean, that's a common point for a scout trap. You normally check that if you go in to engage to the enemy bushes, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, I mean, we are playing finals, guys. So, we do see... Actually, the Aftershock finished on Fuji, Boots as well in O-Card. Celeste is on... Oh, let me quickly check that. I'm not saying anything wrong. Yeah. Oh, Eclipse Prism and a Heavy Prism. Looks like Shadow Glass in the end. We'll see if she will be able to finish that. Another Rocket Leap actually stunning Fuji. A nice Collab finishing up. And there is the Solar Storm picking up the 3rd kill for Team HC.
Well, you're seeing kind of the combo they're going for. The ultimate out of Cruel into the stun out of Jewel into the ultimate out of Celeste. Just kind of wham-bam combo, or wombo combo.
Shizzle manizzle.
I was trying to think of something funny to say with his name.
I give you the minute to think about it.
I have something. We'll see. We'll see. He has to die again for it to come out.
Come on.
We'll get there. Don't worry. 12-3. Collab still in a monstrous lead.
Yeah.
And the gold mine getting relatively full, about getting close to 3/4. You can see Team HC is kind of just stuck. They don't really have a turret to really back up to, at least the outer one. They're losing all their jungle camps over and over again. And the levels is getting out ahead. Fuji is level 9 compared to Shizzle, who's at 6.
And just picked up the mini miners, so that's maybe bringing them a bit of farm, but also pressure. They can't really leave their jungle, not even going into their jungle, and they can't leave their lane because the minis will now put even more pressure against their turrets.
And it's a good time considering, you know, they want to defend their gold mine, so why not make the lane shove out?
Yeah.
So they have full control of it. Toph will get caught off by Celeste, the best Celeste EU.
Well, the first Celeste EU in this cup.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how long this turret will survive here. Quite a lot of poke out of Irakizuru and Toph. Getting 1 tower attack here, not too bad. A turret attack. Yeah, it's just a bit of farming. No one wants to really engage here. Probably Toph, Fuji, and Iraqi just waiting on Shizzle maybe using his Deadman's Rush to engage here and cut him off on the way there.
I feel like just his ultimate alone will be enough. Then the jump out of Jewel, then the core collapse, and look at that. Oh man, Zoro is immediately dead. But do they have the damage to follow this up with? And look at that, the ultimate out of Best Celeste EU, able to help secure another kill. And Team HC, that wombo combo is working out well from the gold mine, is almost done. They're trying to stop it from kicking over. And Toph is going to try to defend it, but I'm not sure if he can do it all alone. Shizzle very low on life. Ooh. He's forced to back out. Toph is trying to chase another core collapse. Actually, the stun comes in. It locks him down. The gold mine is almost gone.
Is it?
And they will finish it off and get pretty much 300 gold bounty off of that. Now Shizzle my Nizzle, he should survive. So the burn is going to be enough. And look at that turnaround.
Yeah.
I see people in chat like, oh, is this even the finals? Team HC, like this is over. But
no.
If they could pull off a combo like that.
I mean, you basically, you knew it 5 seconds before it happened.
I mean, the worst thing is for Collab is that because of the ping, I mean, it's not that high, but still high enough, makes it almost not impossible, but very, very difficult to dodge a combo like that too.
Yeah, especially that call collapse. If that is hitting and Palmataro Toro, there we go, is able to actually rocket leap on top of that, or the other way around, that's very, very good for them because then Celeste can slowly aim and just smash in there her Solar Storm and get a good amount of crystal damage.
The thing was, she saved it, or he saved it until a little bit later, until Raki was already dead.
Yeah.
So they can get the kill, they can defend on the turrets. Problem is, they're still having a tough time contesting when it comes to the jungle. So when we hit, you know, the 15-minute mark, when the Kraken does come in, they better hope they have the levels and the gear they need to be able to push out, not to mention the scout traps, to get some sort of control.
Yeah, let's see, sticking around here in the Tribush, Team Collab, and actually also Team HC always together now, which is pretty smart actually, because if they want to fight, they need to fight as as a team here. So
Well,
again, back to the turret. This should fall pretty soon.
I don't like how Collab seem to just go back to this, like, all right, well, they're not coming to the jungle, so we should go to the turret to try to stop them. I mean, I feel like take another minion mine. Why not make minions even stronger?
Well, that's a good point. There's the ult actually on the tower. He tried to secure that tower. It's one Achilles shot. There it is. And the tower is going down. Missing that from Hell's Hurt there. That's not too good. There's now a cooldown on it. And we do see a Yummy Cat and Frenzy instantly coming back. Rocket Leap, Core Collapse, Solar Storm, Red Button. Whoa! Fuji is getting deleted by Shizzle Manizzle as well. Rakizero trying to reflex block out of there. No chance. Nice damage there out of Best Celeste U as well. But yeah. Is he hitting the Splitfire? No, too far away. Toph might go down here. Depends if he can dodge the next A. He could. So close. Blocks himself out of it. Best Celeste U, and it's an ace for team.
And they get the ace buff.
Yeah, ace buff as well. And so this is a final Twitch chat.
And you're seeing why their combo. See, I wonder if they've been playing this combo all day. Because if they have, like, that combo is so easy to land everything. Like, I want to say Best Celeste has, or Celeste in general has, like, the strongest damage ultimate once you get that crystal power going. And if you can lock them down to guarantee hit it, you're going to delete someone off the map. And now the gold mine, that's going to be a little bit of congestion as we're going to see Fuji and Iraqi Zoro started off.
Yeah, it's a 2v2.
Shizzle's coming in. The stun going to land on a Fuji. It's going to be a 2v2, but Celeste now coming in to help out. The gold mine will be taken away. Shizzle's on such little life.
Yeah. And now ult up. That's like, they don't want to team fight without their fine ult there. You need, actually.
Oh, Celeste's going to escape the back.
Yay! Nice jump.
Nope. But going to go for the cork. Oh, I don't know if he has the damage. Zoro's trying to kite this one. And that will be Fuji coming in to back him up. Celeste will fall from this.
Yes.
And that will be another kill coming in for Collab. 16-9, 14 minutes in.
Still not picking up the mini. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Picking up the mini miner in the end. So we have, nearly a minute left until she's spawning in. And we'll see who's going to contest it first. I do have the feeling that Collab is probably trying to pick it up as soon as possible. No, okay. He's backing. Rakizero is going to regen. And let's just quickly go over the builds. He has actually a Sorrow Blade and a Breaking Point, which is interesting. I mean, they let him the time to stack, so I do see the point of using it, since they had this laning phases where they were sticking around and trying to push that tower down, which ended up dying to an Achilles shot. So he has actually the time to stack this this Breaking Point at the moment. So we'll see what is Best Celeste and Palmaro doing about that, because they do have the Core Collapse and the Rocket Leap to stun him out of that.
I do have so much CC.
Yeah.
That you have to wonder, you know, Collab, can they stop it from happening with this, with the ping? You always have to worry about it. Are they going to be able to dodge it in time? Are they going to be able to pop everything they need to stop themselves from being locked down and instantly bursted?
There, by the way, no scout traps for for Team HC, for Team HC around the Kraken pit at the moment, so they really can see if something is happening there right now.
Well, they do it, so they can't actually see if things are happening at the moment, but doesn't the A off of Best Celeste give vision?
Yeah.
So they can at least spot, and Fuji might have gone too deep. The stun going to be coming in on the Celeste. He will get stopped, actually taken out with the big red button, gets popped. Fuji on so little life. He will fall, but that would be a 1-for-1 trade as they do lose out on Shizzle My Nizzle. It just isn't his Dizzle today, as Toph is going to chase him down, does land off the A, looking for the auto attacks.
There's
won't be happening for now.
Oh,
the ultimate!
Getting blocked for a second there and actually surviving it. Oh, yeah, Helican Potion. Nice one. So, probably not going for Kraken. Or are they?
They're like, how dare he say that? We're going for it. No, they're definitely, I mean, you're missing your tank.
Play it safe.
This can be a major turning point too. And
Especially with, well, the ults are in the up, they just use it in the team fight, especially with the Celeste. It's super dangerous to like do a sneaky Kraken, because,
I just love to see the big red button paired in with Celeste's ult. Like, you can't, I mean, the only person I can imagine that can kind of not outdeal the damage, but stop it from being stolen would be a Cruel and his Smite.
Yeah.
Like, that's like one of the biggest burst damages in the game.
Because he just stacks it up before
it just waits.
A sliver of health is left and just bouncing it in.
Oh, they're trying to get rid of traps. They have to be careful. They can't be actually engaged on
Fuji coming in again and getting blocked
Stun
again.
landing.
Collab's not landing though.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but we're going to see what's going to happen. Oh, Fuji almost gets insta-bursted down. He will fall. Shizman also lands a stun on Iraqi Zoro, but he will be able to back away. These two not feeling their chances this time as Celeste is trying to kite them, do some good damage with the A abilities. Palmatoro off to the side, gonna land the stun. Actually, the knockback on the Toph keeps him away. Iraqi Zero so low on life. Celeste can post off the auto attack, picks up the kill, chasing down Toph. That's gonna give him vision, and he picks up another. That's an ace coming in with him. And best Celeste, EU gonna be able to hold on to the game, gonna get the minions a little bit stronger to shove back out, and not to mention a lot of hefty gold into his pockets.
Yeah, that's in final how you want to see it actually. Further than back. Everything is possible actually at the moment, and I like how Celeste is playing that so smart with the call collapse, and actually how Joel was just sitting here waiting. No one could see her and just jumping perfectly in with on top the call collapse on point again, and just were able to secure the kill there on both.
Remember when you asked, is it worth sacrificing a person to get an ace? Well, there you go. That was Palmatoro sacrificing himself.
Yeah.
And nets them the ace, nets him a turret. More importantly, gets them within just shy of 1,000 gold difference between the two teams.
Interesting thing to point out, though, they still are not capturing the minion miner. I mean, it's giving them vision as well for Team Collab at the moment, but it's also giving them strong minions, which are pushing all the time. So it's kind of smart, like a smart move, but also difficult to see if you can manage it.
That was miscommunication, I think, between the team, and this might be deadly. The stun going to come in onto Fuji, looking for the burst. They're going to pop everything they have onto him, and they're going to burst him down before we can do anything. Shizzle going for the chase. It maybe will be his Dizzle finally this time, as he does unfortunately fall, but not before helping pick up another kill for his team. Toph looking to escape this. I'd imagine he should survive. As Palmatoro has the jump on top. I think he's just shy of the range, and he will get the knockback to help him escape. But that's still 2 kills coming in, and Celeste just gonna get some free damage in the meantime.
Oh, going for the tower though. Not a Kraken.
That's dropping so quickly.
Yeah, but they're both too low to stick around here. Both backing now, and I wonder though if they're not planning on ever picking up those minion miners at the moment. Some scout traps are getting set down to secure maybe even a little bit of vision here in the Kraken pit, so they can actually see what is going to be happening there soonish.
Well, I can understand why they want to leave the mines up. So
yeah,
they want to fight on a turret. Like they want to have that little extra damage in. They want to force Collab to be the ones to engage on them. I mean, it depends on the situation. Let's take a nice stun out of Shizzle. But it's all about their wombo combo. Like, you've seen Fuji ult in onto, I think it was Celestine the last one, but did get out of it, so was able to get some distance. But then once the stun comes in, like, he's stuck, and he eats the big red button, he eats the ultimate out of best Celeste EU, and he just instantly pops. You pair the combo, the burst out of Shizzle too, with the smite, there's no way he's going to survive that.
Not really, no. So, ults are nearly all up. Big red button has nearly 15 seconds left, so the next team fight is going to
actually Shizzle.
Soon.
He maxed his A and B before even taking rank 2 ultimate.
Yeah, that's what we talked about like 3 matches ago.
But he did it before hitting rank 2 ultimate. The one I saw earlier, Cruel hit rank 2 ultimate first and then leveled up rank 5 of his Dead Man's Rush. I don't know, I thought it was a little bit interesting because he realizes, you know, he needs an extra shield and extra damage before worry about cooldown his ultimate. Yeah,
I believe because they already have the Rocket Leap and the Call Collapse as stunts, they don't really rely on that at the moment that badly. So he more wants to go for the shield. That's something I could thought of.
Well, we can see Kraken again being toyed with as we're hitting the 21-minute mark. Did not expect that after how this game really started off. Ultimate coming out of Iraqi Zoro. Gonna hit Celeste. The ultimate out of Cruel. Gonna land on a Fuji. Yes, it does hit him. It stops him out of his ultimate itself. The stuns being paired in from both teams. And the ultimate's missing. The one time they needed to hit so bad. And this should be Collab's win. This should be at least the ace coming in as Celeste is being chased away. The last is alive. You cannot afford to miss abilities like that.
They're not even going for Kraken now. They are just pushing this. Actually, like both, the first time they are not hitting the Solar Storm and the big red button. And you see what happens. Fuji survives it. He is able to push his fountain, actually, and Toph as well, and there we go. Pushing those last turrets down, and that's going to be the Vein Crystal. This is going to be GG for Team Collab.
You played so well after the initial start of that game. You hit all your wombo combos, but it comes down to that one fight at the end of 20 minutes in, and if you miss those key ultimates, it's going to cost you the game. It costs them the extra 50 euros in their pockets. It costs them the extra 30 points too. But Collab, the first team from North America to get into the finals, and the first team to win the finals. So well played to them.
And guys, keep in mind, they played with a slightly lag.
Slight lag.
Slightly.
But honestly,
I mean, you didn't even see it that they had anything, but
I feel bad for Shizzle and Nizzle. 0, 12, and 9. I mean, they played really well too. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people in chat were like, "Oh, this is over. There's
No.
nothing they can do about this. Like, there's no way they're gonna come back."
Celeste did a really good job.
Did a fantastic job, and those combos really showed there's a lot out there to be done in terms of team comps. You don't just have to go for the standard Koshka, Scarf, Ringo, or Vox. You can change things up. You know, throw in a Jewel there every once in a while, and see what happens.
Agreed.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the brackets one more time before we do actually sign off for today's games. I'm going to pop it on your screen. So we do see Collab taking a win against Prodigy, taking a win against Red Team 1, then against Unknown, and then defeating Team HC in the finals to secure themselves the first place victors. And over in the third, fourth place match, we had Fitzspellin up against Unknown. Not sure how that game is actually going, but now what we're going to do is we are going to sign off. And what's happening after that is Shinkaigen's going to be going over all the games that happened today in the Cup, and then he's going to be playing a little bit of Vainglory himself.
Yeah, I heard he took a lot of notes, so if you're interested in a bit of analysis...
I'm just going to watch and see where he calls me wrong. He's like, oh, that Jason guy was wrong. Oh, he's wrong again here. I'm going to be like, you know what? Your team won without you, bro. Maybe that's a sign. I don't know. just playful banter. I swear I don't mean anything mean by that. You can get that, right? You're backing me up?
Yeah.
Okay, whew, thank God. I don't want to hit like an angry message from him. But guys, thanks again for tuning in. Make sure to stay tuned to the channel. They'll be hosting Shinkaigen as he does go through the cups and actually play some games himself. I've been Jason Kaplan, joined by Don John. Thank you very much. I think you'll be joining me every Sunday.
I will.
Throughout the rest of May, and Blueberries will be back on Wednesday as we kick off cut number 3. Any final words before we head off?
A pleasure, man. A pleasure casting with you.
It was. All right, guys, we'll see you Wednesday. Make sure to stick around for Shinkaigen, and I hope you guys have a fantastic night.